Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's After Effects plugin QuickTip video. In this one, I'm going to be teaching you all about precision, which defines how precise things like your sliders are going to be in your plugin. In this case, for example, this vibrance slider has a precision of tenths. This gamma slider, however, goes from tenths, hundredths to thousandths. So how can we control things like this? And we're going to take a look at how we can modify it inside of our param setup and what those changes will do. Before we get started with this video, I do want to remind you down below, hit subscribe and the bell icon to be notified of new videos coming out twice weekly on the channel. And down in the description, you can check out the code for this, the vibrancy code that is, and try it out for yourself and make modifications. And make sure you follow us there for coding updates as well. In the description, you can follow us on Instagram too for other live updates. If you're not a member of our Discord server, you can come and join and get help with scripting, extensions, plugins, expressions, submit tutorial ideas, hang out with members, and lots of other cool things. And if you want to help support the YouTube channel and get a whole bunch of cool perks like badges, Discord status, and a whole bunch of other cool things, you can become a member, supporter, premium supporter, or VIP, link in the description. Alright, so let's see how we can modify the precision of our, say, sliders inside of our effect. We're going to be using our vibrancy effect, which we've already created before, and we're going to be looking inside the function called params setup. This is where we define everything that appears inside of our user interface. Now, if we go down to our first slider, we have our vibrance slider here, which starts at 0 and goes up to 100. And you can see here we have something called PF precision underscore tenths. If we right click on this and go to peak definition, we can take a look at all the possible precisions we can use. We can use integer, which is just a whole number, tenths, which is to 1 decimal place, hundredths is 2 decimal places, thousandths is 3 decimal places, and 10,000ths is 4 decimal places. So using this, we can control how precise we want our slider to be. So first, let's go ahead and stop running this in After Effects. The first thing I'm going to do is change our vibrance slider to be precision of integer. And by the way, if you're curious about the details, when we add our float slider here, the property that we're adding this to is called the precision. You can see it here next to default and display. We are using this here. And that just requires a PF underscore precision and then underscore how precise it is. So first, let's try and see what changing our precision to integer does to our vibrance slider. So I'll go ahead and load up my project here, apply vibrance. And now you can see before we had a single decimal place afterwards, but now all we have are whole numbers, which is exactly what we'd expect a standard integer to be. Now let's go ahead and go to the opposite end of the spectrum and make our vibrance precise to 10 thousandths. So I'll go ahead and come in here, change integer to 10, I believe it's underscore thousandths. Yep. And since we're already running, quick shortcut is Control-Shift F5 instead of normal F5 to reboot the script with any, or reboot the plugin with any changes we've made. This time we should have a bit too much precision, but in some cases you might find this to be the case. So I'll load up my vibrancy plugin. And now you can see we have more decimal places than the actual number itself. We have 100.0000. And if we want to, you can see when if we want to adjust the precision, we could just be like 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we can get very, very specific with how precise that slider is going to be. You'll notice in all kinds of different effects in After Effects, let's just maybe choose like the levels effect, things have different precision. In this case, we have just 1 level of precision to tenths. And then for things like gamma, gamma is usually represented by hundredths or thousandths of precision. It really depends on sort of the math that these sliders are affecting inside of your plugin, but that's the basis of how you can change the precision from a full rounded integer with no decimals all the way to 10 thousandths or 4 decimal places. This will give you full control over how precise you want your slider inputs or anything else that requires precision to be. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. That's how to deal with precision in terms of your UI for After Effects plugins. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button down below, hit subscribe and the bell icon to be notified of new videos coming out twice weekly on the channel. And down in the description, you can check out the Vibrance code, try this out and make the changes for yourself and see how it affects things in the GitHub link. Also, make sure you follow us there on GitHub for other coding updates. Also in the description, you can follow us on Instagram for live updates as well. If you're not a member of our Discord server, you can come and join and get help with scripting, extensions, plugins, submit tutorial ideas, and much more. And lastly, if you'd like to help support the YouTube channel and get cool perks, you can become a member, supporter, premium supporter, or VIP, link in the description. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys next time.